on time today, huh? Y'all ready for the mess? Y'all ready for the mess? What is up, squad? Black Mirror, Vivi, Tremaine. Okay, I see y'all. Hold on. Let me get in here. I didn't realize I wasn't even showing. Where am I? Oh, okay, here. Where did I go? What is up, you guys? Hi, Noir King, Volvo, Crystal, Deborah. Everybody is here. All the housewives fanatics are in the room. I see y'all. JT was first to get in here, honey. Say, what did he say? What's good with shit to show Sheree? Okay, if you haven't already visited straightfromtheA.com, y'all know the T is on straightfromtheA.com, honey. Sheree is going viral today for posting her spring, summer, September Joggers line commercial or teaser online. You know, everybody saw it. Everybody's like, oh, Sheree finally got the joggers on deck. You know, it's a little late. It's almost November. You know, it's November, fall, winter, November. But it's here. So, you know, once she posted it online, all hell broke loose. Apparently, word on the straight from the A curb is that Sheree didn't cut the check for the people who put the thing together. That's the word on the curb. Like, look, I don't make the news, right? I just blog about it. So if you haven't seen it, let me show you Sheree's little clip. It's only like 20 seconds or so. Let me see, where is it? Here it is. We're going to go here and check out Sheree's little clip for her joggers. Y'all know y'all been waiting on the joggers. Y'all been waiting on it. She got a t-shirt. Okay. She got her daughter in there. Got her son in there. Okay. She got all the kids in there. Okay. She rented a little Bentley. Okay, we see you, Sheree. You utilizing the chateau for, you know, a little commercial for a few commercials. We get it. We see you. So once that came out, I got word. Somebody hit me up, child, and they was like, "It is a lie. It is a scandal. It's something like Sheree is wrong." Somebody said, here, hold on, let me put this up here real quick. John Carter hit the tweets. He was like, look, alert thief. He added Sheree Whitfield. He said, yo, hold up. I don't know how this video is being posted when ain't nobody been paid. So this is what we doing now. We need some attention or something. Shot this project with I Am Aries and my people, Miss Mossy, and I Am the Stylist. I can't see that far. On hair and makeup, and called up all my talent for this shoot. Went through hell shooting it, and you want to play somebody? Okay, I see you. So apparently, Sheree got a fashion line with no fashions, a fashion line video with with no funds. She, you know, got all her children in there, like you saw the video, all her children in there, so she didn't have to pay nobody. So then, you know, people start questioning Mr. Carter. And Mr. Carter was like, they was like, well, how we know just because your word? How we gonna just take your word for this, right? So Mr. Carter goes online. Hold on, let me turn off the So Mr. Carter went online and he posts proof that, you know, he's involved in this situation. He's not lying. So he posted this little video right here and pretty much said when the housewives checks run out, he added Bravo TV for whatever reason. I don't know, because, you know, Sheree ain't employed by them. And said, you know, what was supposed to be a 2 to 3 hour shoot turned into like 7 hours, despite that. I am Aries myself, and the models carried on with no complaints. This is one of the worst shoots that I have ever done. Haven't paid hair, makeup, camera. Had the nerve to post a part of a draft video. So he's proven, with this that, he was there because, I guess people were calling him out like, how we know you telling the truth? Then in addition to this one, he posts another one. Hold on. I got to get the tea together, honey. Got to get the tea. Stop it, Biggie. We ain't got time for that right now. So he posted another one. And this one, he says, is this the same one? Hold on. Yeah, that's the same one. When the housewives check started, and, he was going in on that stuff. So the second one, he says, hold on, I'm coming. Oh, this is it right here. Maybe it's not. The second one, he said the same thing pretty much. When the housewives check stopped, but it was a separate video. So the second video, he's in, I guess, another room. So yeah, so we were like, okay, he had tagged me in the post, and he was like, ATLien, look at this, look, and I'm like, child. What did I say? I can't remember. I was like, her reputation precedes her. Why are we even, paying attention to what Sheree is doing when her reputation precedes her? And so, he started to hit me up on the DM after that, right? So the DMs were even more scandalous, but they just it got to the point where, I was just like, look, just call me and, let's talk about it or whatever. So we talked on the phone. I was like, hey, why don't we go live? You can share your story. I'm here for the people. So in his live, one of the things that he said, in his DM, one of the things that he said was that because I asked him pretty much, has she responded to being put on blast on IG? He was like, nope, nothing, no response on her post, mine, or anything. What's she gonna say? Also, I used my Connect to get the hookup on t-shirts, came up with the wording, and I got the shirts printed right over at A&O Printing at the West End Mall. This lady is a racist and complained about there being too many black people in her commercial. Her exact words, I'm not urban, I need more exotic, more white girls. I kid you not. She's a liar, not that smart, and a scammer, plain and simple. Probably taking the money for them damn pre-orders and putting them on some nigga's book in the pen. But the site doesn't even work, so I don't even know why she taking orders. So he was like going in the DM. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, it's even more like, it's so much. Look, it's so much in the DMs. It's so much in the DMs. So I was like, I will just call you and we can talk about this. So I said I was gonna call him at 6:10. Hold on, it's 6:10 now. Let me go on and ring his line if I can find the number. Hold on. I think that's it. Let me make sure. Y'all like, yes. Yes. What if he don't answer? He's like, oh, he's scared now. He don't want it. Hello.
Hello?
Mr. Carter.
What up?
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. We're live right now.
Are we live in the house?
You ain't scared, are you? You didn't change your mind, did you?
No. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. The people want to know, what's the deal with this Sheree situation? Like, how'd you get involved with Sheree and these joggers? I already know her history.
Yeah. So we have a mutual friend or whatever, and I was talking with Sheree about doing some work. Like she wanted to work on some new projects and whatnot. So she was on Housewives and whatnot, and we just talked about, like I said, doing a TV project, like doing another a pilot for an upcoming concert that we had, and then she wanted to do something for her clothing line.
Okay.
And just so of course, like hitting all the blogs and everything like that, with the fact that like a year ago, she made a statement about the Jogger clothing line coming out.
Okay. So this
that's kind of how that went.
So this little teaser situation, like, what made you decide to put her on blast about it? What's going on with the?
Well, the fact is, like, and I don't want to give the impression like I'm this like super angry person or whatever, because it's not that. It's the fact that it's just irritating. Like, I was working with her on the project from the jump, and just working right alongside with her, and going above and beyond, what I should be doing as a cameraman, or not a cameraman, but as directing and creatively directing her project, and like I'm picking up T-shirts and designing T-shirts and whatnot. It's just no.
So you made some scandalous allegations in these DMs, honey. You was like, she's a scammer. She's a racist. She don't like black people. She don't want black people in her video. That's what you said. She didn't want black people in her.
Okay, so I shall explain. So, during this process, we, of course, for the Joggers clothing line, it's majority females in there. So, when it was time beforehand, she made sure to say that she wanted, just more, she doesn't want just black girls. I want more than just black girls. So, on the day of the shoot when everybody's there, mind you, we're getting models and stuff like that for the shoot, like about 48 hours before we have to shoot. And then when all the models get there and she starts to see all the models come in, and one by one you can see her face, and then she just kind of was like, what's going on with all these black girls? She was like, I thought I told you I wanted exotic, I wanted white, I wanted more than just black. It's starting to look too urban.
But who all was in it? Like, because what we saw, it was just her kids, right? Or was it more people than that?
The one that she, I don't know. I think the one that we all saw, I think it may be one of the model in there, but that's like only a small snippet of everything that we shot.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and, she found, a piece of it that she wanted to show, I guess, and it was sent to her without a watermark on it, so.
So you said at first we were supposed to do a package, a video for her clothes for social media, 2 to 3 hours tops. First part at her house, second part in the city.
Right.
And then you said 48 hours before the shoot, she had no joggers and no T-shirts.
No joggers, no T-shirts, no clothing line was there.
She is calling me freaking out because the shit's not ready. The whole thing was she was rushing to get the stuff out by September 31st. That way she kept her word, like, on the reunion, and came out with the jogger line in October. So
Exactly. I meant to, like September, because the whole thing was she needed to have this line out, because I think, but it was before the end of September, so that she kept her word, as she said on the reunion, and dropped her jogger line in September of this year.
Ooh, okay. So
that was the whole reason of being so anxious and insistent on this project and everything being done, like, in this commercial, and everything being done specifically, that night by this time.
Okay. So these allegations of her being a scammer, what is that about? Like, what is she scamming? If she got these joggers and people want to pay money for these Hanes T-shirts and these, jogging pants, like, how is she scamming people? How is she scamming people?
So, I don't think she done posted up something about $85 for a T-shirt. And I'm like, who's paying $85 for a damn heat and press shirt? Like, you getting some shirts that's like Fruit of Balloon Hanes shirts, and all this doing, you just ironing all your little stickers to them, and you gonna charge $85?
So, because you picked up the shirts, do you know how much the shirts cost? Like, what was her cost on? Like $5, $10? What?
Yeah, I know how much the shirts cost, because, I picked them up. There was 2 sets of shirts. So one she got printed up at her place, and the other I had got printed up at the place I know. And, both of them over on the west side of Atlanta, in the hood.
Not in the hood. We're not going to talk about the hood. We love the hood here in Atlanta.
I love the hood. The shirts were done by Rafael De La Ghetto, his motherfucking self. I'll tell you that. They wasn't done by no designer.
Oh, okay. So what do you want out of this? Like, is there a dollar figure that you're looking for? Like, what is it that you want from putting her on blast?
You know what? In all honesty, it's not like I'm not, and I'll say this, I've been doing this for a minute. So the thing is, I've come across this before, and you always come across, people, who want something for nothing, or who want you to go all the way out of your way and overextend yourself and don't want to pay or whatever. That was, that's, it's happened before. my whole thing is that, I'm working closely with you on this. I'm actually helping you. We're working on this. I'm trying to help make your vision come true, and I'm going over and beyond to make this happen, and you're ungrateful, you're mean, you're rude, you're talking down to me for some reason or whatever. You're just doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? The shoot was tense. It was a bad atmosphere. It was like one of the worst shoots I've ever done.
Did you get any payment for the shoot? Did you get anything?
No. The lady, she paid for the things that she needed to pick up the product, and she paid for the food for the shoot, and that is it.
So she fed y'all
last time.
So she fed y'all. That's it.
Yeah, basically, and then it was time to have the shoot again. I'm the one who had to stop by the store and get the food. So again, it's not like I'm complaining. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do shoots, there's always a lot of work and stuff to do. It's the fact that you're just being so ungrateful, and then trying to place blame on something that's not the other person's fault.
So my question is this: when you decided to do the shoot, did y'all have an agreement beforehand of what the payment was gonna be, or did you
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, good question, because that's what everybody's like, well, how did she get the finished product in the first place, okay? So I never gave the lady the finished product. That's something that was given to her by the editor. And he gave it to her without a watermark or whatever. Because at this point, when she had first said, she wasn't going to pay, she wasn't going to do this, I'm like, we have a staff that hasn't been paid. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And before the shoot had happened, everybody's on the way and so on and so forth. I'm like, okay, so we got everybody coming, so let's just make sure we got the pay down so that we're on the same page. And she told me, I don't want to deal with that right now. We can talk about that after the shoot. Everybody will get paid after the shoot. I don't want to be worried right now, and I don't need you worrying me about payment, and we haven't even shot the shoot. So that time we kind of put up a red flag, but at this point, it's like, okay, we've done all this. You paid, I went and I picked up all your stuff for you for the product, and you paid for it. You know what I mean? You sent me money for it. You paid for the food. You paid for all your products. You sent me a couple cash apps over the past 2 days that we've been getting this ready. So I'm not thinking that, I have no reason to think that she's not going to go ahead and follow through with what else that she's saying. Even though we didn't get, we didn't get everything finalized with the arrangement and agreement and everything before the shoot. And yeah, I'll take my blame for the whole thing too. As in, even though when you're helping a friend out or quote unquote somebody that you're working with, you still got to get your paperwork. And yeah, I should have been more insistent with having that paperwork and having that locked down. But it's something that happened. You don't expect to be cheated like that. It's just some BS.
Wow. So knowing what I know about Sheree's past, I mean, she's been put on blast all the time about not paying people. She didn't pay the contractors for her house. She didn't pay the people who did her lawn work. She didn't pay the people who did this. She's been sued a gazillion times. Her car's been repossessed. This been happening. The IRS looking for her. Why on earth would you feel that doing work with her without a check in hand beforehand would be smart? You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't read the blogs? You didn't know?
And that's the thing, and of course, and maybe I should be more up on the button. Everything that you're talking about, of course, I've heard the rumors and whatnot, and it's just, again, I can't take blame where the blame's not due. And we knew, like I said, we knew a mutual friend, so I thought this was going to be something like, we both got to say, we're working on, we got the same friend, he's been telling me he wanted me to do this, he was calling me up, telling me I need to get with you and work with you, because, she's been looking for me. Sheree's been asking about you. Sheree wants to do this. Sheree wants to do that. So on and so forth. So we finally connected. I'm thinking everything's going to be A-okay. Okay. I'm not thinking that, it's going to be like, screw this, let me just find a way to get over on somebody. Okay. But, you can't trust nobody. They're all like, everybody got some kind of, hidden agenda or whatever.
Okay. So, I don't know what to say about these joggers. It's just sweatpants. I don't get it.
Joggers I don't get it either because according to what we were supposed to be shooting, there was supposed to be 6-7 different designs of joggers. It comes time to shooting, there's 1.5 pair of joggers.
One and a half pair of joggers. And then another question: can you explain to the people who you are, what you do? I guess that's the thing too.
Right.
We know you got all this information. We see you was on the set.
Right.
We want to know what's your connection? What do you do? What else?
So the whole thing, I'm a television producer. So, I create original concepts for reality projects. I cast them, I shoot them, and I get them sold to networks and, other entities for distribution or further production.
Go ahead and tell people what you've done in the past so they'll know that you're not about no BS.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not about no BS. No, I'm all for real.
Okay, what else have you
Oh,
done?
okay. So I guess you've seen my work on television. I had a show that aired on BET last year, based on a salon franchise here in Atlanta, Georgia, called Ink Paper Scissors. And that was actually my first production that went, nationwide. That was seen on BET and seen all over. And
Okay.
then, I've done some other pilots here in Atlanta, Georgia, for Oxygen and VH1, for a couple different original concepts.
Okay. And so, have you worked with any other reality stars? Have you, I want to get messy. Have you had this experience with anybody else? They say Atlanta is the home of the scammers and stuff. Credit cards and the
Oh
scam.
yeah, oh yeah, it's Scamletta. It's Scamletta all the way. But the thing about it is, I think I've come
Oh.
across it so much, and you try to build yourself up to know it. It's just like almost becomes routine. Where I should be calling scamming BS folks out like left and right like that. And I call myself not letting them get too close to home. But yeah, I
I,
mean it's definitely
you
happened to
know
me
what
and
I
probably
said?
everybody else in
I
Atlanta.
said be careful because you don't want to like not work, and then people be like scared to work with you or whatever. So, I mean, I take the tea. You know what I'm saying? Tell me everybody. Tell me names. I want them all.
Oh yeah. I mean, and it's definitely not like the people and when you work and stuff like that, and you got problems. You always have problems. There's always some people that you don't like. I'm just more so vocal about it because, in my opinion, here, like a lot of times, like my view on it is, respect is due and respect is given. And a lot of times you get in these positions with these individuals and these quote unquote reality stars that feel that they're bigger and better or something like that because they're quote unquote a reality star and whatnot. And not just reality stars, that's a lot of people in the limelight or whatever. And they think that they can treat anybody however, whichever way they please. And you usually expect to just, be in a position and being, myself like a producer or somebody behind the scenes, you're expected to conduct yourself in a certain way. You're expected to when you come across things like this, not be vocal about them and not talk so much or not have your business be out there like that.
And one
And
thing,
that, and if you can,
go ahead.
if you continue to conduct yourself that way, and you continue to accept that type of behavior from individuals, they're just going to keep doing it to you again and again and again. So my thing was, I don't care if it's Sheree, I don't care if it's this person, that person, Tom, Dick, or Harry off the motherfucking street. You ain't about to play me or treat me like no fool when I'm showing you nothing but respect and we're trying to get something done. So you know what I'm saying? You want to act like a fool, you want to treat this is real life. But for some reason, a lot of these reality stars forget that camera went off and it's time to act like you got some sense. So I'm quick to remind them, hey, yeah, bring it back down. Get to the real.
Oh, so who else have you worked with? Let's just jump right into it. Who else have you worked with?
I work with, let's see, I worked with a slew of people from some of the reality stars you see. I mean, I'll be honest, I worked with Erica Mena. I've worked with Young Jock, Bobby Valentino. A lot of these reality stars that you see in front of you right now on the TV right now, I've worked with them in a different capacity. Or I mean, I just don't want to be out there like putting everybody on blast. But yeah, a lot of them is like that. I've had a lot of experiences like this before
Okay.
with reality stars. Like what's the one? The one on the show who just got arrested for fighting. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I don't want to talk about these people. I just don't like. I don't want to. These people are like, how do you say it? Not bottom feeding, but low tier type individuals that really don't deserve my breath and my time.
Oh, so who that? I mean, oh gosh.
Like a lot of people know, let's see, how do I do without being? I mean, I don't really care about being messy because I'm not being messy. I'm just speaking the truth. So
Okay.
you're there, so it's like a lot of people know about it, just may not be known to everybody. But I mean, I had similar instances with Erica Mena, her and her team. Those individuals are something you might look at kind of different too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Scamming and faking and all that BS comes in a lot of forms. And actually with her, it wasn't like the same situation or anything like that. She actually got herself, we were doing a project. She used to be one of the talents on my project. She came to Atlanta. Things were kind of set in stone as to when she was coming, and we had a set production schedule. Then at the last minute, her schedule changed, and when she came down to actually film with us, we had to kind of scatter around to kind of pull things to this different kind of schedule. So things were kind of just not all over the place, but we were kind of all over the place.
Okay.
And so, during the process of which she must have, reverted back and decided that she wanted to start popping off and talking to people crazy. And so that was the whole thing. These people forget. Again, this is real life, and there's love in hip hop. So she want to be on here and yelling and screaming and cursing, and got her son with her and all kind of stuff like that. That stuff is just. I mean, in all honesty, that's just not exaggerated on TV. And that experience, this individual was just like that. just like that.
Okay.
The whole nine. And I think I somewhat held myself back in that instance because she did have a child with her. And I think I was thinking a little bit more about acting the fool in front of the child than she was because, she cut the fool.
Wow.
But she, like a lot of these motherfuckers, they ain't got no sense, no home training. They just ain't that, they just not there. So it's like you could either let these fools get you or you could keep it moving. And ain't nobody, these motherfuckers who have a hard time counting to 20 without taking their shoes off ain't gonna get to me.
Ooh, okay. Well, I just know with social media and reality stars and celebrityism, I know a lot of people will work for free for celebrities. A lot of people will do makeup for free. A lot of people will do hair for free. A lot of people will do things for free and then expect for the star to put them on. So that's why I ask, was there any type of agreement beforehand or whatever? Because a lot of people have expectations but don't verbalize what they expect before getting involved in whatever the project is. Does that make sense?
Right. Right, no, definitely. And see, for me, I don't need Sheree to put me on or blast me out. I'm not doing all this for no social media notoriety or anything like that. This is just, I don't need it. That's like not one of my concerns. Mm-hmm. I'm not, somebody who's on TV or in the limelight or has to have hundreds of thousands of fans or whatnot. So that's not at all it for me. If I'm doing work for you, I expect, us to bring the same thing to the table. Let's be honest, let's work, and let's get this done. It's not like, I look at it more like a partnership. You want me to work with you because you're trying to get something done together. So you bring your part to the table and I'll do mine.
So are you
going to, a lot of people.
Go ahead. Are you going to cut this as a loss? Or are you going to sue her? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I ain't going to sue her. It probably costs more to sue her than it does for the video. And in all honesty, I think she's getting what she just deserves right now. If you look at the responses.
But nobody's surprised. Nobody's surprised. You said she getting what she deserves, but putting her on blast ain't gonna do nothing because she does it all the time. It's not like she pays anybody.
I get, you know what, and you're right, and I guess look, hey, you hit it on that one. She's already down there, so how much lower can you go?
Would you mind speaking with people? Are you okay with people asking you questions online? On the phone, live or not? Because
I'm cool with it. They can ask me questions. Are they prepared for the answer?
Okay. Well, let me see how I'm gonna do this. I think I could call into the line. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me do this. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you this number, and I want you to call in, and so you'll be on the same conference as me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna text you right now. All right. Bye.
Entry. Please enter your PIN number. That was an invalid entry. Please enter your PIN number.
Hold on. Let me get this number together.
That was an invalid entry. Please enter your PIN number.
Wait a minute. Now, lady. Hold on, lady. 646-224-5980 is the phone number. The PIN number is 840-3583. Let me text this over to him really quickly. Y'all are brutal in this comment section. I see y'all. What's up, Justin? My dog is acting a plum fool over here. Biggie, stop. Go lock it down. 5980. PIN number 840-3583. 6224. That's it. So I'm calling. I think I gotta turn on the Wi-Fi. Yep.
Please enter your PIN number. Thank you. Joining the conference now. You are currently the only person in this conference.
So yeah, you guys, if you haven't, you can read about it. I wrote about most of it today on the site. And how it started and what happened, and the commercial, if you missed it at the beginning of this live, is also on Straight from the A. Sheree and her joggers, honey. The controversy continues. Hold on, let me put her joggers. Mr. Carter.
What up?
Okay. We have Mr. Carter on the line, you guys. If y'all want to call in and ask questions, the phone number 646-224-5980. The PIN number 840-3583. Y'all don't believe it. Y'all believe it. What y'all think? Y'all think, he shouldn't have worked with Sheree. What's on your mind? You said her one pair of leggings. Hold on a second. Caller 7763. Right. You're on the line.
It's Justin Diego back with another binge-worthy video.
Uh-oh, Justin's on the line. Justin. Ooh, okay, Justin. The Real Housewives expert is on the line, Mr. Carter.
Who's this, Justin?
Justin Diego.
Justin Diego. Do I know Justin?
I don't know.
You should.
He's Real Housewives of Atlanta on Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part. Okay.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say, I have kind of two sides. On one hand, I agree with Michelle that Sheree has kind of built a reputation, and there are certain expectations that you could have when you try to work with her. So I want to, I guess, get down to the bottom of, like, what is the reason that you chose to work with her in the first place, especially since now it seems like you have so much shade to throw at her? Is this new shade, or is this something you were concerned about in the beginning?
You know what? It's not the fact, and I don't want anybody to think I'm sitting here like angry and I'm sitting here, stressing over this, and this is like my main topic of the day. Because again, this lady's not even important or holds no weight in my life like that. However, if I see the opportunity with someone trying to take advantage of me or trying to pull something over and whatnot, yeah, I ain't got no problem with exposing them or quote unquote exposing them or whatever the case may be, especially if you're trying to attempt to make me look bad and not take fault. With Sheree, in that whole thing, I mean, I just take my part in the whole thing in terms of not, not doing what I need to do, I guess, up front, per se, in that whole situation. I don't know if that kind of answers the question.
Yeah, it's just hard to understand that you saying you aren't.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, let me go back. So I've known Sheree now for a couple of years and whatnot. I actually had my first project that was a reality show, like I said, that I did some years ago that aired on BET actually last year called Ink Paper Sizzle. And for the original sizzle video, the original show.
On that one?
Her, whatever. But Sheree, per se, is, look, you done threw me off talking about another one.
Justin, I couldn't hear your question.
What did you say?
Justin, I couldn't hear your last question.
No, he's saying that he worked with Ink Paper Scissors, but from my understanding, that was a show that Princess did, the one who casted for Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, see, there we go. See, I didn't even think we was gonna touch on that one. See, and that's the one thing I hate. That lady ain't create nothing over this way. She didn't create no Real Housewives of Atlanta either. So I don't know how loosely that's being thrown around. But I mean, if you get Andy Cohen on the phone and ask him who created, I'm sure he's not gonna say Princess created the Real Housewives of Atlanta show. She had a cast.
I didn't say she created the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her job was to cast for it the first season.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Okay, that part is true, yeah. But, I mean, when it comes to my project, that's not the case. You know what I mean? I got partnered with Princess through another, actually someone who I look up to, like a mentor to me, and someone that she knows as well actually put us together. It was kind of, I got with her by default. I was given the option to work with either her or a gentleman, Carlos King, and at the time, Carlos was, he was very busy and unavailable, and she just happened to have an open schedule, so there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's no way. So, like I said, it was just something that was brought to her. I was referred to her by someone. I think someone who can, further help the show and help the production go along. And this is someone who can make your show, make it happen. And that ended up not being exactly that case. I mean, it happened by the grace of God, but not as smooth as you think. And that's how I actually met, during that process is how I met Sheree. One of the producers that had her come to the set when we were filming I was filming the second version of the pilot and whatnot, and Sheree came to direct one of the scenes between two of the ladies.
So basically, you had some respect for Sheree, and you were willing to work with her because you felt like you could bring her Joggers vision to life. You suspended your reservations about her being fraudulent, or did you?
Right, exactly. No, exactly. And I mean, like, and the thing about it is, like, before the process, I'm seeing Sheree, like, maybe 3-4 times a week or whatever, because, we have a friend, and who's actually, her personal trainer is actually one of my friends. And so I would just stop by and, instead of, it would be a big hassle with, conflicts of schedule and whatnot, I just stop by the gym and we chop it up in the morning. Like, she was getting off Housewives. She wanted to do a new show, wanted to do a new concept or something, to keep her relevant, keep her on TV, keep her popping. So, I was coming up with a couple different concepts of whatnot that we needed to shoot some projects for. But again, that was taken on because everything was, it just wasn't this right, or just not like this, or it needs to be like that. It was always something like that in order to get a project done for her to actually shoot something. So sometimes, but she was definite about shooting this project for her clothing line.
Okay. Well,
got the job.
I don't want to take over Michelle's interview, but I just feel like with the situation, to me, it's hard to. I won't say that it's hard to believe you, but it's hard to appreciate the way that you're going about it, especially since, like Michelle said, there was an expectation that people had about Sheree from the beginning. And for me, it's hard to understand, like, why you are being, like, so shady, or you're even exposing her instead of, like, handling this behind the scenes. Because whenever you tag my page, you tagged a couple of pages, it just seemed like you didn't even have time to really sort it out with Sheree. Sheree had just posted it, and then I got tagged. So I just felt like sometimes people would rather do what you're doing now than to really figure things out. So me and a lot of people who are watching, we just want to see, like, do you want to be messy? Do you want this exposure or this type of negative press to get your name out there? Or do you even want to resolve the issue at all? Because we don't want to waste our time, getting the tea when there's not really an issue.
And that's what I keep asking. Do you want money? Are you going to sue her? Like, what do you expect from this?
What the thing about it is, right? I'll say this: if the lady goes and she's to pay, if she just to come correct on what she did, she knows what the deal was. But my thing is, like, as of this morning, when the video come out, I hit up my team because the camera guy Aries, I hit up Aries who did the visuals for me. He was the actual camera operator, and I hit up the hair and makeup. Because at the time, I had left the information in a text message with Sheree, like, these are the people that still need to be paid. At that time, no one has been paid. As the day went on and as the post went on and as she saw, I even went on her page and tagged everybody. If you're grown and you're proud about what you do and you did nothing wrong, then you have no issue with coming forward and saying, no, I didn't do nothing wrong, he's lying, or this is how this happened. You ain't heard this lady say not look at one thing because she ain't got nothing to back it up.
So has she sent you?
So my whole frustration is not necessarily with, like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Has she responded to you at all on, like, a personal?
No, the lady ain't responded to me. No.
Why are you calling her the lady?
Huh?
Why are you calling her the lady? Like, it just seems like extra shady. Like, this is somebody you're supposed to do business with. Like, isn't there a certain amount of respect you're supposed to have?
If there was a certain amount of respect, I would have been paid when I was supposed to have been paid. So obviously that respect isn't there. Again, respect is due and respect is given. And I'm not angry. Don't get it wrong. Like, I'm not coming off as the angry black man. I mean, she holds not enough weight. She ain't even holding a peach. So ain't no reject about to get me too upset. It's just the simple fact and the principle of being disrespected when it's not that type of situation. So if you're grown and you're proud of what you do, then be proud of what you do. You ain't got no problem with me talking if you're proud of what you do. You grown. You got a clothing line. You on Housewives.
What about what this means for you and your image? We are people who don't really know you, and I'm not being shady. We haven't heard of you just like you've never heard of my personal name.
Right.
So the first time we see you, you're this boy exposing or throwing shade at someone that you're supposed to do business with. when you said yourself, you never had a contract, you never had your things lined up. We still don't know any tea. Sheree hasn't addressed it. She probably won't. Are you okay with what the possibility looks like? Because right now, some people may feel like you are just like a clout chaser.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're not gonna sue, it's just gonna disappear, and then what? Like I'm trying to figure out what is your end game.
Right, because see, I guess the part that people don't see is, I guess, behind the scenes and how it reflects to not the whole world and to my team and stuff like that. It looks like something was done wrong on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? And that comes when it comes time when you're putting this stuff out there. When that video went up, my phone's blowing up because ain't nobody been paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's starting to look shady on my part. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, before you start going to do something shady, the whole objective of this is to say, hey, don't try to sit up here and make it look like there was foul play done on my part. This was done on your part and solely your part. My whole thing with being vocal about this is I made the mistake of not paying attention to what these blogs and things were saying. And I should have been more attentive. So if this information can help the next person or the next person who she tries to hustle and scam, or if it's any other situation like that with anybody else in the game or in Atlanta or whatever, the next person might look out and say, okay, I heard this story. This has happened before. I remember this with that one dude named John Carter who went through something like this. Maybe I should be looking out for someone. Maybe I should do this or I should do that. It's all a learning experience.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's a learning experience. You know, you can't hold grudges and be upset and let all this stuff get you because it's going to eat up at you. But there's hold no weight in my life to do that. But at the same time, you still want your name to be good. You know what I'm saying? You still want to make sure that you have what you need to have. Because again, I'm not known like that. I'm not like, I don't have fans like that. That's not my objective. I'm a behind the scenes type guy. I strictly, so when it comes to all that and what people think of me and all that, that's not of my concern. My concern is with how individuals view my work and my creativity and getting to that level. And Sheree and these people, these quote unquote reality stars and whatnot, they hold no weight and have nothing to do with anything of that caliber.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They no way.
Yeah, I understand.
At least in my situation.
Yeah, I understand a little bit more now. I didn't realize that you had people that were under you that were holding you accountable. So I can understand you coming out. But I think that it gets kind of overshadowed by you calling her that woman or calling her like a fraudulent or calling her like a scammer. I hope it doesn't get overshadowed by that. Again, I hope it doesn't get overshadowed, but I mean, I guess that's each person who perceives, whatever they perceive. However your mind takes it is how you take it, but the truth is the truth. So whether you're offended by the truth or whether you're taking the truth as I'm being angry, that's how you take it. I mean, the truth is the truth. I mean, I can't stop people from what they think. I mean, it's whatever you think is what you think. Again, it's not going to affect me in any way. It's just an opinion. It's what you think. But what I'm stating is fact. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry to take it. Because, like Michelle said, a lot of us have worked with celebrities in Atlanta, and there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with working with a celebrity for them exposure. To maybe repost you and tag your business,
right?
Whatever. But if you're saying that that's not what you were trying to do, and you also didn't get a contract, are you being honest with yourself? Because you're saying like the truth is the truth, but is that really the truth?
That's really. I mean, I like I said, all you can do is take your take blame or take, responsibility for your part in the whole thing.
So is there a dollar amount? Is there a dollar amount? Is there a dollar amount that you're seeking?
The whole thing was we were the cheapest project at around about from a stack to about $1,200, and that's all. Out of that, what was paid, we were supposed to do still images as well. The whole thing is she didn't get everything that was supposed to be shot. We actually didn't finish that night, so it's kind of hard to say here's what's owed when what we originally agreed upon was a certain number for certain things that were going to be done, but not everything was done due to how the project went. So the original project was supposed to be like 2 to 3 hours, 2 hours at the residence, and then the other like hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever, downtown, like on location, like in a shopping area or whatever. But you know how the schedule went, we didn't even leave the house. We didn't get started till later. We didn't leave the house. Everything was just kind of going behind. And nothing was going on schedule. So the whole shoot ended up taking place at the residence.
Okay.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying. So like I said, it's not It's not about like I said, it's not about me saying I'm just completely like not at fault for this because I brought everyone into the situation. I brought the camera guy, I brought the hair, the makeup into the situation. I called all of the talent up. I put this whole thing together and brought everybody into the situation. So my main responsibility should have been first and foremost to make sure that my crew and my staff and the people that I brought to the situation was taken care of. And that's one thing that I failed to do in this case. Believing that the person who I've been working with and who had been paying, for things thus far. I did not think that she was going to completely just drop the ball and just, not pay from that point on.
So will the cameraman and the makeup people and all those people, will they be corroborating your story? Or, I'm just trying to figure out, what's next in this situation. Because,
okay, so here's the thing about it as well. So they should be, not should be, but they definitely would corroborate? they would co-sign on the story and whatnot. But the thing about it is, by now, I'm pretty sure that Sheree's been called around and tried to make some calls and tried to clean it up so that she doesn't look as bad. Because even one of the girls who came to get hair for me, and the other day she wasn't paid, and then all of a sudden she received a call from Sheree. And Sheree wanted to pay her and all that. So I don't know if she ever did get paid by Sheree or not. But this is what she was trying to struggle up and do as of yesterday when I was tagging everything.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like your girls got their own situations worked out. Like they doing everything without you. Everybody getting paid without you.
Well, that was the thing about it too. I kind of put it on Sheree's head, and at the same time, I was like, so at this point, this is what you want to do. So it was kind of like, you're not going to leave me out here and have all these people not paid and have me to blame for it. So I placed the blame on her. I even put it in the group text message, like, these are the people that need to be paid. You're going to do this and not pay these people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I put it back. I kind of put that there.
Okay.
The reason why I stayed away from this story as a black male, I guess blogger, editor, or whatever, is because I don't like to jump on like bandwagons or I won't say that I will always like protect these girls or protect women, but it's just like if I'm going to put a woman out here and call her fraudulent and all this stuff, like, you have to make sure that you kind of try to do whatever you can, because right now, we, black people, have the hard enough. So to do this to her without taking, like, your own accountability and, like, trying to figure it out behind the scenes, just think about that the next time, because at the
it's not nothing to think about the next time. It was thought about before. I don't need to think about anything the next time. This was already thought about. The thing is that you guys don't see what was talked about. This was discussed. This was talked about the whole night, even after she didn't want to pay. We went back several times and tried to figure out a way to make this right. This was something that she could not get right because she didn't want to make it right. She does all that yelling and cursing and all that stuff on the phone, and I'm somebody who's not with that. So that's where that ended at. So it's not to say that, looking at this like that. And again, I'm somebody who's all the way black power too. I'm black as they come. But again, it's not something that I'm doing to somebody, what you're doing to yourself. So if I'm taking accountability and I'm saying, hey, it was my fault for this, if you black, white, or whatever, if you're so this and so that, you can start thinking about yourself. And you put yourself in this situation. Because again, if you have no problem and you feel like you conducted yourself in the best way, then you have no problem with John going out there saying whatever, because that's not true. Or you know that you did this and that you did that. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. You can't place blame on somebody when it's not their fault. You chose to conduct yourself in that manner. You can't give nobody what you can't. Can nobody take what you ain't given?
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I'm not saying that black people can do no wrong or that we will never throw shade at each other. It's just we've kind of figured out, like, again, you didn't have a contract. You guys don't have a verbal agreement. A written agreement.
What do you mean we didn't have a verbal agreement?
You guys didn't have like a written agreement. You guys didn't, have like a way to figure out exactly what your expectations were. So now you're saying she did something wrong, but technically, if you were to take this to court, she has done nothing wrong, because all we have right now is your word of mouth. We don't even have a text message, or do we have screenshots? Do we have anything to show like y'all had this was organized at all? And
I just looked into social media. You got to get on social media because the text and all that stuff has been posted before. So, you got to get on there and look.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about people who want to work with you in the future? What if they're fearful that you'll do this to them? Have you thought about that?
They should be them. They should know. Don't come to me with that bullshit. You want to do that shit, you go to somebody else. Period.
Okay. I kind of can understand both sides because, I get it. A lot of people get angry and upset when they don't get paid or they don't get what they felt they deserved when they put time and energy into a project. But at the same time, if you didn't get actual written statement of we're gonna pay you this amount for these amount of hours and this, that, and the third, then it's kind of like up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you deserve to be paid for your work, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know.
No, you know what? And you guys have valid points, and I'm not saying you don't have valid points. So hey, that's clear. That's how you're gonna. I mean, that's how the game to be played, and that's how it'll be played. You go ahead and play your way. I mean, and that's not you guys. I'm talking about the other party. If that's how you want to be, and that's how you feel you want to conduct me, you go ahead and play better your way, and I'll play mine, and there we go.
Right. Well,
again, it's not like that to me. It's not the end of the world. This ain't stopping no bags for me. I'm not no clothing designer. I'm not charging $85 for a heat and press T-shirt. I'm not trying to have people pre-order some damn Target T-shirts that were on. I mean, all that shit. I mean, clearly, a blind person can see the bullshit.
Look, you got every right to be mad if she owes you money. But, again, that's why I wanted to talk to you instead of just putting the information out there, because I want to know more about the situation. But thank you, Justin, for your interrogation, too.
What's fun?
Look, let me take a few more of these calls. I'm sorry, what you saying?
For me?
Yeah, what did you say? I was talking. I'm sorry.
No, I said no. I definitely appreciate y'all for just talking to me and giving me the outlet to speak and whatnot. So get it clear. It's not even like a whole. It's not as big as a lot of things that make it seem so huge. Like no, it's not. It's not the end of the world. It's just simply stating, well, here's what happened. Here it is. Don't believe the hype. Nobody else fall for the bullshit.
Okay.
Right, and for you, I think the thing that you do next when you deal with people in the future is PayPal has an invoice service. There's different platforms that have these invoice services. Hit your client with this invoice with the date in the beginning.
Just
that
so
way you at least have that. And this just happened. Because that's happened to me in the future. I didn't do what you did. I just took the L, and then when they called me the next time, I sent them the invoice. So.
No, and you know what? And you're absolutely right. And like I said, it was my fault for not enforcing it. Because again, there was an agreement. I just did not enforce it. Like when it came time to get everything signed and solidified, it was before the shoot, and I waited till before the shoot to get it solidified, and then it wasn't done. So it's not like there wasn't an agreement. There wasn't anything that was supposed to be signed and whatnot. It's that I didn't get it signed, and I waited till the last minute to get it signed and agreed upon. So that was my fault.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin.
So again, it's not like that's all. Just clear in the air a little bit. I ain't mad. I like that or whatever. I mean, like I said, moving forward, if I see the lady, I wouldn't give a shit.
Okay.
I wouldn't give two shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get more excited about seeing me a housewife with a piece.
Well, I hope that because we wanted to work with her, some sort of respect can be restored at some point. Because I don't work with people I absolutely don't respect, even if they get me wrong.
Right. Well, I honestly have no desire to work with her in any capacity again. I couldn't care any less. If after this day I didn't never see no Sheree or hear about no Sheree again, I definitely don't think my life would change. I wouldn't give a shit.
Well, thank you so much, Justin. Let me take a few more calls before we let this go. But you got everything out, Justin. Thank you.
All right. The pleasure was mine.
All right, bye. Ooh, caller 7850.
Hey, Michelle, it's Robert from Twitter. How are you today?
What's up, Robert? Do you have any questions for Mr. Carter?
No, I do, because believe it or not, I used to work as a legal researcher for a television show.
Oh.
And so, but my main, I'll DM you about it because I don't want people, I have too many haters on here. But first to Mr. Carter, I think is his name, I have one question that Justin Diego didn't touch on. Are you still in contact with the mutual friend, the guy you said is Sheree's personal trainer? Have you been in contact with him since this fallout has happened?
I have, and not a lot. Like, we haven't hung out and kicked it and talked a whole lot because I know he was out of town for a while. But no, we haven't like talked in depth. I was able to break down a little bit of it.
Okay. And so this is a comment and a suggestion all in one. What I think happened is that because you had a mutual friend, you didn't think that Sheree was going to, burn you. And maybe in the future you could, get a contract, get a business ID, tax number, like Justin Diego said, use some sort of free software where you can, send and receive invoices and payments, because unfortunately it looks like this is less about business and more about a triangle of friends that went south, right? And so as I'm listening, I'm very sympathetic to you, but this doesn't sound like a real business arrangement. It sounds like because of the mutual friends you had, you thought you were going to get a come up, and Sheree thought she was going to benefit from that. And unfortunately, it worked out for Sheree and it didn't work out for you. So as somebody who used to be a legal researcher, I am very sympathetic, but I do want to make sure that, you get your proper paperwork, because in 2018, you can go on LegalZoom and spend anywhere between $200 and $500 and actually have an incorporated LLC, and you could take her to court and actually win even a default judgment if she doesn't show up. As of now, I don't know how successful you would be, and I know you said you don't want any money, but I don't want you to take the L. So maybe, as a young Black man myself, who also works as a legal contractor, but I do stuff for other people. Like, I know sometimes we don't like to discuss the money aspect as firmly as we should, but it's okay to get your coins, right? Because I believe you do good work, and so if you do good work, you should be paid for that work. And I'm sorry that Sheree did that to you. And so from one small business owner to another, and from one entrepreneur to another, like, make sure this is a lesson learned. And no disrespect to Justin Diego, like, listen to him, but then also know that, like, what he was saying was the right thing, but we all have our own biases. So just going forward, you know what you have to do, right? Because this can't be 2 times that's happening, because even though it's only $1,200, that's $1,200 that you needed, or you wouldn't have agreed to go into some sort of deal with Sheree, right? And so I understand, and so I wish you all the best in the future, and I'm sorry that happened to you. So enjoy the rest of your night. All right, bye, Michelle.
Thanks, Robert.
I appreciate you. I appreciate Robert. That was a good call. That was really helpful. It was actually a call with a poignant call. I loved it.
Okay, cool. Can we take? You got time to take 2 more, 2 or 3 more?
Yeah, let's go.
I don't want to hold you too long. Caller 6196, you're on the line.
Hello.
Hello. Who am I speaking with?
Buzzworthy TV.
Hi, Buzzworthy.
Hello. Hi, Mr. Carter. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Okay, quick question. So I've been sort of following this story since it broke, and my question is, okay, you've been steadily saying, I brought in the cameraman, the makeup artist, hair, stylist, and all that. And my thing is, I definitely understand the act that I grew with Robert. I understand how you guys came together through a mutual friend, and so you may not have thought that she was going to burn you. You thinking y'all are good. I get that. Also, on the sense that you're bringing in people who don't have that relationship with Sheree, why didn't you be on your game in the sense that you're bringing in strangers? Yeah, you thought you knew her and thought that, hey, we doing this for the love or whatever, but you're bringing in other people that don't know her, so on the strength of that, you got to look out for them. You should have made sure everything was, airtight as far as contracts before anybody did any type of work.
Agree. I'm not disagreeing with you.
On the sense of that you brought in other people. And then also, okay, you said it was $1,200. It makes me think, okay, how was everybody supposed to get paid off $1,200? So was everybody doing this for the love, and it was just for...
Yeah, she wasn't paying talent. It wasn't talent. It was more so, and like I was saying, it wasn't necessarily it was for an Instagram commercial, and it was supposed to be still photos as well of all the different outfits and T-shirts and whatnot that she had, plus the shoot and the edit and everything like that. The food and beverage, everything together, we were doing it for the bare minimum. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't charge her no big, huge price. Like, it wasn't about making a big, huge profit. The thing was working with her to make sure this brand was hot, because we had some other work coming up in the future. And she wanted to get this out before September 31st. I'm sorry, the end of September.
Okay, so it's kind of like what Robert had just said, in the sense of you're talented, you're a producer, you do videos and
Yes, ma'am.
edit. She's this reality star coming out with her online. So you thought, hey, we got other projects coming out. So it's
Right,
kind of like
right,
she was doing this to get her commercial out there, and you were doing
right.
this to say, hey, we got other projects coming in, so you consider this more as an investment, kind of like how Robert just said.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with
She wanted to get her project done, and you saw it as a come up because, she
you.
does have a name out there. Whether we joke about, her not have fashions without, fashion show with no fashions, and,
Right, right.
Sheree can't pay. We all laugh about it, but her name is out there. So
Exactly. 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 I mean, the whole thing, this was just something the plan was to do some other, like I said, some other TV concepts and whatnot. This was just something that she really wanted to do before September 31st to get that jogger line out and to kind of, prove everybody wrong who kept going at her on social media about her not having anything out, no joggers or anything out in the month of September. So the whole thing was on September 31st before midnight to go ahead and drop everything.
Okay. And question, how long has it been since you guys wrapped that commercial? Because they haven't gotten paid. So how long have you been trying to get secure payment, I should say?
So that was whatever September 31st was. So that's about 3 weeks, right?
About 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and
about
now
3.
If this were me, if it was about business and just clearing the air, I honestly, I would have talked to her behind the scenes. And if I wanted to be a little messy, I actually would have did it beforehand. Like, it's kind of like now, you guys been did the commercial. Well, not been done, but about 3 weeks. And now you want to talk about, oh, we didn't get paid.
Yeah, because, that's the thing. And there was an option to say that at first, but, the commercial didn't come out, and if she wasn't paying the last we left off, she didn't like the commercial. She didn't like anything about it. It was horrible. It didn't show any of the fashions correctly. The nobody in it looked right. It was complete, complete garbage. She didn't like it. She thought it was the worst thing ever. Then 3 weeks later, all of a sudden popped up on the timeline with a commercial. And it's like, well, what's this commercial doing? Then all of a sudden I get the text messages. Why is the commercial out? We haven't got paid yet. I'm like, I have no clue. I didn't give this to this lady. You know what I mean? I didn't know about this coming out. This was something that I thought was dead. I thought she wasn't going to pay. That project was good and done. She's going to have to figure something else out. And all of a sudden it just pops up.
And see, this goes back to my original point. See, now you're saying that, these people are mad at you because she gave you the old fake out. She said she didn't like it, but used the content anyway. And now you got people looking at you like, hey, we didn't even get our little coin for this project, and here it is out there. That's why you should have secured the bag then, because it's not just about you. I mean, I get it. I get exactly what Robert was saying, because I've been in that situation. Somebody who's an up-and-coming person in this industry, you can definitely get burned, and you can definitely try to, do something for the love. But when you bring other people in, that should have been your motivation right there, to make sure that everything was taken care of as far as the paperwork before they even start working, because now you're bringing other people into this.
Hey, yeah.
It ain't just about you and the homie that y'all work out with. It's other people's hair, it's makeup, it's the camera guy, and they supposed, now you're saying they're all mad. So, you just may want to think about that next time, especially when you're bringing other people into it.
True. Think about the camp. Think about the crew. True.
Well, thank you.
Okay, that's all I got to say.
No, you're all good, you know what I'm saying? And at the end result is, well, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You're right. Thank you, Mel.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
You too.
Everybody offering you so much business advice, Mr. Carter.
You know what I like is, I just don't want people to get the wrong impression, like I'm on here trying to be a clout chaser, or is that the new term that you call it, a clout chaser, all that BS? I'm not into all that shit. It's not even, you know what I mean? But as long as we clear in the air up, and that's good talk, I appreciate it.
Okay. Caller 6643, you're on the line.
We got another caller.
I don't like how everybody's trying to call this dude a cloud chaser when Sheree has proven over and over again that she is a scammer, that she's a fraud. That her whole life is a fraud. From season 1 to the season she got fired, to the season she came back, until she got fired again. She's been a fraud. So I don't like how people trying to say he's a clout chaser. When we know the facts, we know she's a fraud. She can't even pay models. She got to get her daughter. Her daughter's like her lapdog. Her daughter got to do everything for her. She got to get her son, and she think her son is fine. He really is not. She think her son is.
Why are you dissing the children? The children ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't diss the children.
That boy ain't no child. That boy ain't no child. She put her son in everything because she think her son fine. He really is not, though. Let's be honest. He really is not. And you go to her website not even up. The website is barely up. You click on the link, it goes nowhere. So I don't like how people in the comments call him a clout chaser. And Binge-worthy, Justin, whatever his name is, the biggest clout chaser there is, call him a clout chaser. When we know that Sheree is a fraud from the beginning.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you. See, a call with honesty. Everybody wants to always
they on your side.
Yeah, everybody want to come with this old clout chaser stuff, and they just want to, everybody want to use something because they hear somebody else say that. You can take that clout chaser bullshit.
At the beginning of the day, every one of us is a clout chaser because every one of us, if we're in a field, we want to succeed. We're going to do anything we can to succeed in that field. So at the end of the day, every one of us is a clout chaser, whether we like it or not. So I don't like that term, and I don't like they calling him a clout chaser because Sheree, she's the biggest clout chaser there is, but she keeps failing every attempt she tries.
Thank you. Finally, we get another caller with some really good sense.
Okay, all right.
Finally somebody who can see through the BS. It ain't about clout chasing.
It's not that I believe your story. I totally believe your story. The thing is, I'm just questioning as far as where do you go from here? Putting somebody on blast, like, are you doing it to get money? Are you doing it just for the exposure? Are you like?
If the lady, if she goes ahead, if this is forcing her to pay all the people that worked on that shoot that didn't get paid, that's the biggest thing right there. It was my fault for not, like we said, making sure that my crew was taken care of. As long as my crew is taken care of, I'll take the loss and we can move on from here.
Okay. All right.
And bro, what's for you is for you. If no celebrity want to work with you ever again, I'm sure you'll be just fine. What's for you is for you. If no celebrity want to work with you, then it wasn't meant to be.
Thank you again. Can we give this like the golden caller like award or something like that?
He got it.
And that's
He got it.
I got to say.
Thank you.
I'm going. I got to go. Bye.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
We're going to take 2 more calls, and I'm leaving it alone. I'm going to let y'all have y'all opinion. My dog is ready for me to go.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it then.
All right, caller 1220. Hello.
They gone.
Okay, they gone. Caller 9601.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, who am I speaking with?
This is unknown caller.
All right, unknown caller. What's up? What's going on with you? What you thinking?
I am also here to take the brother's side. You know what I mean? Because it's some bullshit. Because Squad, they unreasonable as fuck, and they're a bunch of sheep, a bunch of goddamn sheep. You know what I mean? Clout chaser here. Oh, he big mad. He has every fucking right to be fucking mad. If a motherfucker posts my shit and I get paid for it, I'm gonna be motherfucking mad. So you have every fucking right to be mad. So fuck the commenters and they bitter, lonely, miserable ass looking for something to complain about, because that's all the fuck that y'all commenters are doing. Y'all just mad and bored and want to complain about something because something ain't right in your motherfucking life. Back the fuck down and calm the fuck down. This man has every right to be fucking angry.
All right. Do you have a question for him? He is on the line.
Say that again?
Do you have a question for him?
What'd you say, Michelle?
Do you have a question for him?
No, I don't got... Question for what? He explained his side. It's sad that people are trying to antagonize this man and trying to nitpick like they fucking know some shit. Like Binge-worthy really got a fucking business. This nigga's a YouTuber. You know what I mean? With a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers acting like they got their shit all together to antagonize another motherfucker. That's the fucking problem. Stay in your motherfucking lane. You trying to question this man? You wasn't in his business. You wasn't there when he talked to the woman. You wasn't there when he made the phone call with the woman. Stay in your fucking lane and mind your fucking business. You're trying to nitpick. You're trying to find something to complain about. That's your fucking problem.
Well, I mean, no,
And that's all I gotta
he's
say.
being an investigative journalist. We really wanted. He was asking the tough questions. You can't get mad at
No,
somebody
that
for
wasn't.
asking
No,
tough
no,
questions.
no, Michelle, because you fucked up too. I'm trolling today. I'm trolling today. You fucked up too, because you sit here and you sit here encouraging Bingeworthy to ask these stupid ass questions with this guy. You know what you're doing.
I'm
I'm
asking
usually
the
on your side.
questions that the
I'm
people
trolling
want to
today
know.
though.
I'm asking the questions that the people want to know. I don't care about you trolling me. You
No,
already
you
know I
asking
can
the
handle it.
question. You asking the questions that you want to know.
Well,
The
okay.
people
Well,
don't
I'm
care
the
about.
people. I'm the people. I want to know. No, but the thing is,
all
with
right.
anybody with credibility, like I did a post on this. That's why I was questioning Mr. Carter. He'll tell you, I was questioning him like hell in the DMs before I did the post. So
Oh yeah.
my thing is, I want to know that you are on the up and up. If I didn't believe that he did this and he needed somebody, I wouldn't have did the post. Now, if it comes out a few weeks from now that he's lying and whatever, I'll do another post. But at the end of the day, the only reason that I ran with it was because he had his facts. The things he was saying added up. And so it's some things we talked about that he hasn't even brought up. And, like I said, I told him to be careful about some of the things he says because I don't want you ruining all your relationships. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day...
I mean, true. All I'm saying is, man, you gotta be careful when you call in on this line because these motherfuckers are some vultures.
Well,
you gotta be careful. There's some vultures around these parts.
I see it. I see everybody likes to dig in there, but I mean, hey, it's all good with me.
Okay. Well,
Thank
you. Unknown caller is not unknown. Unknown caller is the same person every single time he call in, and his name is Juno in the chat. Now, I'm putting you on blast. I'm trolling you, Juno.
Show me. I love when you show me. Michelle, you know I got mad love for you. For real, for real. You know I got mad love for you. But you letting Bingeworthy go and nitpick at this dude, that wasn't cool. I can't stand Bingeworthy anyway. So maybe that's what it was.
Which one was Bingeworthy again?
Bingeworthy is the one who runs the Real Housewives of Atlanta Instagram. The one who runs
AKA
the Real
the one with the
Housewives.
the one with the metrosexual voice. He's all soft and he talks like he's doing an interview or some shit. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with his voice.
That was the guy who does the Real Housewives page, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he was kind of, you could tell he's kind of like a Real Housewives cheerleader or whatever. I mean, he got to defend his ladies and whatnot. I mean, hey, do what you do.
Okay.
I mean, exactly. I guess that's how he make his coin.
Yeah, you gotta have they see, and that's my other thing too. A lot of times these folks, they live in this reality world. Like, this ain't a reality show. They want to come on here and think they're gonna start something like it's on one of them shows. I produce the reality shows. I'm not in front of the camera. I'm behind it.
There you
go. They try to egg you on and irritate you and get a rise out of you and whatnot. That's why I just try to make it clear, like, it's not to the point where it's affecting me. Like,
hold on. Bingeworthy, your voice is not $1 million. Your voice is 2 cents.
Look, don't be. Look, we are talking to the guest right now, and you are arguing with people in the chat. That is not how this works, Juno.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If you're gonna argue in the chat, go back in the chat.
I'm done. All right. I'm gonna behave. I'm getting off the line.
Bye. He's going to argue in the chat. He's going to do what he do. One more call. You good, Mr. Carter? One more.
Let's do it.
Okay, because I took the number down. Since there's still one in here, I'll take it. 9881.
Hello. Yes, this is Sister 528 awake calling from the state of Maryland.
Can you speak up a little bit, please? You're kind of low.
I'm calling from Maryland.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to put this in regards to what took place. I'm a self-employed person, so I kind of get how this goes. And actually, I do real estate appraising, and a lot of times people attempt to steal my service as well. And so what I do know about certain occupations, such as hairdresser, makeup, appraising, a trade where you provide services to people, it is good to have a contract, but you do not necessarily need a contract because when the service is rendered, it's called an implied contract. You have rendered the service. So if he can prove he rendered the service, if nothing else, they can charge her billable hours for the typical hourly rate of what that service costs. And of course, like I say, this would This would vary from state to state, but it is called implied contract. When the service is rendered, the contract is already written. Because it's like when you sit in someone's chair, you don't write a contract to get your hair done. And if you get up off that chair and you decide you don't want to pay, they can call the police because that's an implied contract.
Right. Look, I love these. As the calls get on, we get the smarter and the better callers.
Well, I go through this a lot, and sometimes I struggle. Do I want to waste a whole day's work, chasing down a bounce check, or do I keep working and just make up the money another way? But I do want you to know it's called implied contract. So certain industries, when you deliver the service, that is your contract. And if she had a problem with it, she's supposed to speak up right then.
I love it. Agree. I'm with you. Implied contract. That's what it was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it. Michelle, these callers are like the better callers as the callers go on.
Well, we have one more that didn't hold on, where'd he go? 1220. I had to run outside for you. 1220, you on the line. Hello. Hi.
Here.
Speak up a little bit.
I just want to know, in 2018, Michelle, why your pussy still stank, bitch?
You see how... All right. Did that make you happy? Really? Anyway, Mr. Carter, you still there?
I'm here.
Yeah, whatever. So, thank you so much for everyone who sat through and chilled with us.
What happened to the last caller?
That was him, honey. Somebody was trolling, wanted to talk about my vagina.
Oh, I didn't hear nobody. Oh, I didn't even hear none. Okay.
It wasn't anything important. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
That was the last call. So I appreciate Mr. Carter. I appreciate everything that you said. If y'all want to catch up on the story is on straightfromtheA.com right now. You'll see the DMs. You'll see everything that he said. You'll see the Instagram clip and all of that. And so, yeah.
And then, Michelle, we got to do another interview about, a better topic, because I got some real big stuff coming out as soon as, this month and early next month. So we got to do some interview about some dope stuff I got going on. Not about these little reality folks and not about some real dope shit I got coming up, though.
All right, that'll work. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Carter. I appreciate you, as always.
Thank you.
And we will talk again soon.
All right, peace out then.
All right, bye. Well, you guys, if you haven't already, visit straightfromtheA.com. If you haven't liked this video, go ahead and like it or don't like it. You said he wants me to pay him. Honey, I do not pay for interviews. Y'all don't know that. Y'all haven't realized that by now. Raz B wanted me to pay him for an interview. I was like, all right, we good. I'm out. But that didn't happen. So, he said, you heard a judge. What? Spring, summer, fall. Yeah, spring, summer, fall, October, all of that. So anyway, if you haven't already, if you want to rewind this and watch the commercial, I showed it in the beginning. It features all of Sheree's kids. It showed a few of her joggers, all of that. Bengeworthy said, what a night. Exactly. Bengeworthy, you had your investigative hat on tonight. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. So I may be back a little later to talk about some other things, but I did want to, since I had him at 6, come on at 6 and give y'all a little bit of, live tea as opposed to, me being in the DMs going back and forth. I want you to hear it for yourself. Just so you don't think that I take things and just run with it. Y'all heard it. Y'all asked the questions. Y'all heard us interrogate this man. So don't ever think that I'm just going in on Sheree just to go in on Sheree. I don't owe this lady nothing. Honestly and truly, I should get all the clicks that I can from Sheree as much as she put me in court, but that's a moot point. I digress. But anyway, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Bengeworthy, for everything. Thank you, Buzzworthy, for everything. Thank you, unknown caller. Thank you, everyone who called in. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye.